Hello, my name is Bill and welcome to Mind Your Crypto. We are in a very critical time. I will explain why. Let's see if we experience the bottom, where we will be going, and of course have a decent price analysis, price prediction and technical analysis. If you want to jump into the price prediction, guys, go into the VECHAIN against USDT price analysis, price prediction in the timestamps. If you want to stay with me and have this technical analysis with me and learn something throughout the video, then stay here. And of course, I would love to if you can hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your support in such a short time. This is a new channel. Thank you so much. Let's see now what I've done with the Fibonacci retracement. And what I've done is I've drawn this Fibonacci retracement right here, guys, from this top 7th May down to this bottom, like here when we had the swing low, when we had the massive correction of Bitcoin. And the reason I did this is because I wanted to find, guys, major resistance levels. And of course, the 9 cents were surpassed. We went upwards. We want to see if we can eventually go above the 11 cents, because afterwards the 12 cents and to 30 with 13 will be inevitable, and we will go there. We will be discussing about that right now. 12 to 13, 15, 9 cents and 5 cents are the most important support and resistance levels for the short term. Let's see a little bit about the MACD. Here, guys, on the MACD in the 4-hour frame, as you know, when the blue line is above the signal line, of course, we are having a nice bullish scenario. This is not always the case, because you can see here, even if we have a bullish cross, like let's say, for example, here, guys, we had a bullish cross, but we went down all the way. Why this happened? First of all, we didn't have the distance needed between the lines, and we weren't forming higher lows and higher highs, like for example, let's say like here, guys, or you can see that we were forming higher highs and higher lows, eventually going upwards. Okay, now we're forming lower highs. What we want to see is a reversal to the pattern, and we might want to go upwards, do something like this for the blue line in the 4-hour frame. The signal line will follow, and I don't care even if we get the signal line above the blue line, as long as we are having these higher highs and these higher lows. Okay, so now we are going to VECHAIN against USDT in the 4-hour frame to see commodity channel index RSI and how important it is to make the 20-day MA as our support level. Okay, we need to make the white line as our support level. And the RSI, what I like about in the 4-hour frame is that we broke some important resistance levels. For example, guys, these both were very important resistance levels. Okay, so right now I like that we surpassed them, but I need to see major movement. I want to see from VECHAIN go down again, then go upwards, making higher highs, higher lows for the RSI and the 4-hour frame, or from now even going upwards would be definitely something very good, okay, for VECHAIN. So right now for VECHAIN, for the commodity channel index, happens the same. I like that we were going upwards, and usually where we are below minus 100, guys, when we are below this gray zone, we are having a buying opportunity. But this occurs in every market except when we are having a pretty bearish market like we had some days ago for Bitcoin. And what we need to see now is a swing high. I will explain what I mean right afterwards. Let's go to VECHAIN against USDT in the daily frame. Usually, guys, this area right here is a great buying opportunity when we are having a very bearish environment. I can't say that this is eventually the best buying opportunity, but here, guys, when we are in the daily frame, the commodity channel index is below minus 100. It is great buying opportunity. Same here for the RSI when it goes below 13. Right now we haven't seen that, but what we want to see is a reversal to the pattern and have higher lows, higher highs. Same here when we had lower lows and lower highs all the way, you can see, back on 16 April. Okay, we need to see something like this. We don't want to go further down again. Then if we might do that, then we will eventually be testing the 5 cents again. We want to see some major movement for the daily, for the RSI. Let's go and see the MACD. The MACD here, we haven't seen this bullish cross on the daily frame, but on the daily frame, what we want to see is a bullish cross between the lines. The signal line crossing the blue line, and of course going upwards, going above the orange line. But we also need some further more distance between the blue line and the signal line. It is very important to see a distance, a major distance, not only the bullish cross, but a distance as well, like here guys, like here, like this bullish impulsive wave. We've seen this for VECHAIN. Let's go now to say what I want, what I believe when we do this on the Bollinger Bands. These are the Bollinger Bands. They show us the volatility. They measure up the volatility. When we extend the bottom line of the Bollinger Band, we usually have a buying opportunity. That's what I'm always talking about. However, when we are having a very bearish run, this is not the case. In all of the other cases, yes, this is the case, guys. When you see that in a normal market, when you see this is a great buying opportunity for the midterm. So right now, what we want to see is if we can go to the middle of the Bollinger Bands again and have a push up to the price action. Okay, let's go now to VECHAIN against Bitcoin in the 4-hour frame. And VECHAIN against Bitcoin is having what we saw back, guys, on the VECHAIN against USDT a little bit better. What we want to see now is to make this as a support level, this line 0.50300 as a support line. We need to see this in order to say that we are going upwards. And look at that, I've drawn my own support levels and my own resistance levels because I want to show you how to draw proper support and resistance levels. For example, right here guys, why I've drawn these support levels is because basically before, in the previous days, 10 April, 7 April and of course the 27th March were important resistance levels back then. So yeah, these are very major support levels when we are going above, when the price goes above these resistance lines. They are very critical support levels for the future. So that's why you saw we dipped down and we managed to make it to the 0.50210. This is the price level because we divide VECHAIN's price to Bitcoin's price. That's why now we are going, we were having a hammer candle and now we are going a little bit upwards, as you can see. Now it is better to make the 20-day EMA as a support level, and if we can break this line, then we can manage to have to test some other important resistance levels. But for the time being, we can't assume for the short term that we outperform Bitcoin because we are going down. However, on the VECHAIN against Bitcoin, the daily frame, guys, we are totally outperforming Bitcoin. First of all, we haven't seen the bearish cross on the 20-day EMA and the 50-day EMA. Secondly, guys, we lost a major support level right here, but now as we don't see this bearish cross, we are still good. If we see the bearish cross, yes, we are not still good, guys. And of course, the commodity channel index in the daily frame looks like the VECHAINs against USDT. You can see here we almost approached the minus 100. Now we want to go upwards. For the RSI, it is the same. We are between 30 and 70. Not an overbought, not an oversold situation, but what we want to see is having higher highs and higher lows, guys. That's what we want to see for the RSI, for VECHAIN against Bitcoin. So let's go now to VECHAIN against USDT in the price analysis, guys. And of course, what we want to see now is after this little nice hammer candle here to go above, making this 11 cents as our support level, then we will be surely hitting, guys, the 12 cents. We will be surely hitting the 12 to 13 cents and eventually even some more resistance levels in the time being. So right now, what we need to see for Bitcoin, as you can see, guys, I told you in my previous videos, it's very possible to have a swing high. From the moment we make this as our support level, the 20-day EMA, it is very possible to retest this level right here, 41,000 USDT, guys, even more. So I've always talked to you about the videos about it in my previous videos that, guys, we might be approaching a swing high for Bitcoin because in the daily frame we were below 30, and every time in the history that we were below 30 we were going upwards. So yeah, approaching a swing high was inevitable for me. And of course, right now the weekly frame, as you can see, we might have done something like back on November 2019 when we went going down all the way. We had a swing high, then going down again. We might do that, guys. The swing high doesn't mean that Bitcoin won't go possibly to 28k. It means now a sign of relief for the Bitcoin. So now you can see that we are going a little bit upwards. If we can make this as a support level, it will be huge, guys, and that's what we need to see. So then eventually we can move and test the 41,000 USDT and the 44,000 USDT. I will be daily updating, of course. For now, we need to see this pattern, and of course breaking this minor resistance level. But if we actually perform and do the 20 EMAS support level, then we are good, because you can see how many times it was a resistance level back in the day. From the moment we have this as our 20-day EMAS support level, we are actually looking more good, in my opinion. Okay, so right now you can see on the 4-hour frame that we've broke some resistance levels in the RSI, and we are now heading towards the upward. Same for the commodity channel index. That's why for VECHAIN, making this as a support level will be the reason that we will test 13 cents. And why not? If we make this as our support level, then we will be testing the 14 to 15 cents, or because it is very important level around this area, actually, guys, around this area, 14 cents and 6, you can see that, to 15 cents, around 14 to 50 cents we will be approaching. And if we keep making these as our support levels, then we are going upwards. If the swing high from Bitcoin I expect to have happens, then for VECHAIN we will be going upwards as well. So first of all, we want to see what we will be making for Bitcoin. Okay, what will happen for Bitcoin if we make this swing high, if we make the 20-day EMA, guys, as our support level that I assume we will, then we are going to see VECHAIN going upwards. We are going to see VECHAIN making the 11 cents and going to 12 to 13 to 15, even to 15, as long as we are having a very nice swing high from Bitcoin. Okay, but we need to close above, making this as support level for the next 4-hour frame. It looks good, guys. I think we are there. We are heading towards there. I've always talked about this in my videos, and right now it looks good for many other altcoins that follow the Bitcoin trend. At least, guys, we might have a sign of relief. I'm not saying that Bitcoin after this we will be having higher highs and higher lows, but eventually we might have a sign of relief going a little bit upwards for the time being. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day wherever you are. See you soon with many more videos. Bye.